Film studios are sometimes pushing back those movie release dates. Film critic Erik Childress is keeping tabs on all of the action for us. Hello to you, Erik.
Hi, Angie.
Well, Erik, now comes word that many of the theaters that have reopened are reducing hours.
Or closing outright, Angie. And as we seem to have to remind people every week that this was the fear as everyone tried to rush through a reopening while the health crisis was not yet near under control. Now, anytime I can bring up Jaws is usually a good day, but we're still in that 4th of July scene where there may be boats with lookouts on the water, but nobody is going in until Mayor Vaughn pleads with them to. Except for movie theaters, there currently isn't even an ocean. As of 2 weekends ago, approximately 3,453 of around 6,000 theaters in North America were reportedly open for business. Now that number is now down to 3,350 and will likely continue to fall. And this is not the theater's fault. Many are taking safety precautions, but studios have pushed virtually all of their big titles back on the schedule, so the only ones that are managing to get back are drive-ins, which have done very well during this time, and independently owned theaters like the Music Box here in Chicago that have become local institutions within their community that people come out to support. But not all of these theaters are getting the support they need to maintain operating costs and keep people employed because the shark hasn't been killed yet.
There are some studios continuing to release new titles into the theaters despite evidence of a historic box office decline. Tell us what you're seeing.
Yes, and this is where we can get caught up in the weeds talking about the decline of theaters. Let me make it clear, though. I'm not going to theaters right now. We're watching movies online and covering film festivals virtually. But some studios still haven't gotten the message, and I don't think it has anything to do with some valiant effort to keep theaters open. Tenet tried that, and the $41 million it's made in 4 weeks domestically speaks for itself. Now, this past week, for example, Focus Features released Miranda July's KAJILLIONAIRE, an ironic title if there ever was one. Now, this was a film that I saw at Sundance this year, and yes, it is quirky, interesting, and filled with some terrific performances, but it was never going to be some force at the box office, and this was a perfect opportunity for them to put the film on streaming platforms and start the money rolling in that way. Surely it would have been better than the $237,000 it made this past weekend, an average of a whole $407 per theater, and that is not saving anyone. They also tried to capitalize on Ruth Bader Ginsburg's passing by re-releasing On the Basis of Sex, which averaged a whole $67 per theater. I want to go back to the movies, everybody does, but right now the choice for studios is clear. Either delay your films until that can happen, or get them out there to stream.
With some of those big shifts happening just last week, you said all eyes are now on the latest James Bond film. Do you think we're still going to see that in November?
That's the $41 million question right now, Angie. November 20th is now the new Tenet date, as we should call it, when No Time to Die is scheduled to open alongside Disney Pixar's Soul. Now, this pandemic is real and not a state of mind, but everyone is living their lives the way they see fit regardless. So while I will still be surprised if there is a holiday movie season at this point, it is a time when families will be more willing to get together for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And if they want to have those gatherings, then maybe a larger percentage will be ready to try going to the movies. But I also think a large swath of this country, including the studios, will be specifically looking at the election on November 3rd. Now, if there is a transfer of power, that won't happen until January, but I bet many will be looking at it as a potential sigh of relief that things could eventually improve. Now, scientists are warning that the flu season could exacerbate, even double the amount of deaths we have now, and there probably still won't be a fully distributable vaccine until probably mid-2021, but everyone in the wait-and-see game, as Hollywood has been in since March, are just itching for an excuse to continue business as usual.
Well, thank you very much, Erik.
Thank you, Angie.
And a sad note from the entertainment industry, Helen Reddy, who appeared in several films, including Airport 1975, and is best known for her popular song, I Am Woman, has passed away. More Business First AM. Check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.